The appeal of a high-gloss sideboard lies in its versatility. The same piece can read as sleek and minimal or warm and welcoming, depending on how you dress it. In UK living rooms, where one space often serves many purposes across a single day, that adaptability is genuinely useful. A sideboard that looks crisp and modern in the morning can feel soft and atmospheric by the evening, simply through a change of lighting and a few well-placed objects. The 8 approaches below show how to style a glossy sideboard for different moods and needs, while keeping it practical. We have shaped these ideas at Furniture in Fashion around the way modern British homes actually use the piece, from compact flats that need every surface to earn its keep to larger lounges where a sideboard becomes a genuine feature. 1. Style it as a minimal statement. For a pared-back look, leave most of the surface clear and place a single sculptural object slightly off-centre. The empty space lets the glossy finish speak for itself and suits a calm, modern room where less truly is more. This approach also makes daily cleaning effortless, which matters with a reflective surface that shows every mark. A minimal style relies on the quality of the 1 or 2 objects you choose, so pick something with genuine presence and let it carry the whole top. 2. Create a warm welcome near the entrance. If your sideboard sits near the living room entrance, style it to greet you as you come in. A small dish for keys, a lamp on a timer, and a framed photograph make the spot feel personal and lived in. This turns a practical surface into a warm first impression as you walk in from the hallway. A lamp that switches on automatically in the evening is a small luxury that makes the whole room feel welcoming the moment you step through the door, and the dish keeps everyday essentials from drifting around the house. 3. Build a display gallery. Use the top and any open shelves to show a curated collection, whether that is ceramics, books, or travel finds. Keep the colours within a calm range so the display feels considered rather than chaotic. Drawing on pieces from your broader living room furniture helps the gallery feel connected to the rest of the room. A display gallery is a lovely way to bring personality into a modern scheme, since the clean lines of a high-gloss piece provide a neutral stage for objects with character and story. 4. Set up a drinks corner. A sideboard makes an elegant spot for a small selection of glasses and bottles on a tray. The enclosed storage below hides the rest, keeping the surface tidy and the look refined. This gives you a relaxed, entertaining station without committing to a dedicated cabinet, which suits homes short on space. A tray is the secret to keeping a drinks corner looking intentional, since it contains everything in one neat zone and lifts away easily when you need the surface for something else. Choose a tray with a slightly raised edge to catch any drips and keep the selection of bottles modest, so the arrangement stays elegant rather than cluttered. A drinks corner styled on a glossy sideboard catches the evening light beautifully, turning a simple practical setup into an inviting feature when friends come round. 5. Use it for hidden storage. Sometimes the best styling is invisible. Fill the cupboards and drawers with the everyday clutter of living room life so the surfaces stay clear and calm. Look across the sideboard furniture range for a layout with the right mix of drawers and shelving for the way you live. The discipline of putting things away pays off every day, because a living room with clear surfaces feels instantly more restful, and a glossy top in particular looks its best when it is not buried under daily life. 6. Frame it with wall art, hang or lean a piece of art above the sideboard to create a defined vignette. The art and the sideboard read as a single composition, anchoring that wall of the room and giving the eye a clear focal point. Keep the artwork proportionate to the width of the piece so the grouping feels balanced rather than top-heavy. A large single artwork or a tidy arrangement of smaller frames both work well, as long as the overall shape relates comfortably to the sideboard beneath it. 7. Layer in greenery. Plants soften the cool sheen of high gloss beautifully. A trailing plant at one end or a small pot beside a lamp introduces life and a touch of colour that a purely hard surface lacks. Greenery is one of the simplest ways to stop a glossy piece feeling cold, and it suits almost any scheme. The movement and irregularity of a plant provide a gentle contrast to the precise lines of a modern sideboard, and a trailing variety that spills over the edge blurs the hard line of the surface in a very pleasing way. 8. Match the mood to the finish. Let the colour of the sideboard guide your styling mood. A white finish suits bright, airy arrangements with fresh whites and greens, while a charcoal or deep tone carries moody, dramatic styling with richer accents. Explore the high-gloss sideboards collection to find a finish that matches the atmosphere you want to create. Working with the finish, rather than against it, makes styling far easier, since the piece itself sets the direction and you simply follow its lead. Keeping it practical. Day to day, beautiful styling counts for little if a sideboard does not also work for the way you live. So it is worth thinking about the practical side alongside the look. Decide early what each cupboard and drawer will hold, since a clear system means the surfaces stay tidy and the styling survives everyday life rather than being swept aside within a week. If children share the space, keep breakable display pieces towards the back or on higher shelves and reserve the lower storage for things in regular use. A glossy finish also shows marks, so keeping a soft cloth nearby makes it easy to wipe away the inevitable fingerprints. When the practical and the decorative work together, a high-gloss sideboard earns its place far beyond first impressions and continues to look good through the ordinary demands of family life. Finding your own balance. The real lesson across these 8 ideas is that a high-gloss sideboard is whatever you make of it. The same piece can be minimal and architectural or warm and personal, and you can shift between the two as your needs change. Start with one approach that suits your room today, and remember that nothing is fixed, since a few objects and a change of light are all it takes to give the sideboard a new mood. That flexibility is exactly why a glossy sideboard remains such a popular choice in British living rooms. Styling for the way you live. The most successful styling always reflects the household it belongs to, so let your routine guide your choices rather than chasing a look from a magazine. A family home might prioritise hidden storage and a clear, wipeable surface, while a couple who enjoy entertaining may lean towards a drinks corner and softer lighting. Someone working from home could use one end of the sideboard for a lamp and a few favourite objects that lift the spirits during the day. There is no single correct way to dress a high-gloss sideboard, only the way that suits the people using the room. When the styling grows out of genuine daily life, it feels authentic and tends to stay tidy because every element has a reason to be there, rather than simply filling space. This is also why a high-gloss sideboard rarely goes out of fashion in a home, since it adapts to changing needs and seasons without ever needing to be replaced, quietly serving whatever role the household requires of it next. Frequently asked questions. Can a high-gloss sideboard be styled to feel warm? Yes. Adding greenery, soft lighting, and personal objects such as photographs quickly warms up the cool sheen of a glossy finish, making the piece feel welcoming rather than clinical or austere. Is a sideboard a good place for a drink station? It is. A tray of glasses and bottles on top with the rest stored below creates an elegant, compact entertaining spot that suits homes without room for a separate drinks cabinet, and it tidies away easily. How do I keep a high-gloss surface looking clean? Wipe it regularly with a soft, dry or slightly damp cloth. Keeping the surface fairly clear of objects also makes everyday cleaning quicker and helps the finish stay bright and free of smudges. What art size suits a sideboard? Choose art that is roughly 2/3 the width of the sideboard or a touch wider. This keeps the proportions balanced and creates a cohesive vignette on the wall, rather than a grouping that looks too small or too heavy. Styling your high-gloss sideboard doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start by curating items that reflect your unique style and play with textures and colours for a cohesive look. Keep frequently used items accessible and use trays for organisation. Don't forget about lighting. Soft ambient light can enhance the gloss and create a warm atmosphere. Add personal touches like family photos or travel souvenirs to tell your story and spark conversations. Finally, anchor your arrangement with a statement piece and vary heights for visual interest. Happy decorating. Add home styling, interior design, decor tips.